Good evening humans, tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the X-Men Age of Apocalypse Colossus Build-A-Figure Wave Cyclops figure from Hasbro. If you have seen my other reviews from this wave, and you should go and watch them after this one if you haven't seen them yet, I'm absolutely a fan of the whole Age of Apocalypse arc. That was the end of my kind of stint reading comics for a while. I haven't really returned since, but the whole era just holds a special place in my heart, and it's awesome to see these here, and always love this redesign. So yeah, let's get right into this review. Let's do this. So as I kind of just said, I always love this redesign of Cyclops, and you know, as I alluded to in my Magneto review, I think Cyclops here is a perfect example of what I like about a lot of the Age of Apocalypse redesigns and reimaginings of these characters, and that is that they're all very simple, but you can still tell that they are the character. Like they contain their essence without just overblowing it and making changes for the sake of making changes. And partially what I mean by that is, like, a lot of the designs have kind of an asymmetry, but they don't add too much. Yeah, they have a lot of that 90s kind of extreme sensibilities to them, but I mean, I like that. Again, I'm product of that age, and I'm not afraid to admit that. So that's pretty, again, that just like is good in my book. So yeah, very basic kind of male buck here. I'm not sure exactly which one this is, as I'm not super well versed in Marvel Legends. But beyond that, we do have Pinless Joints, which is super nice, and really like the gold they went with for the shoulder pad and just all the gold pieces. They're all the same shade, which all helps as well. You got that little bit of aging here. It's kind of like a reddish copper. I don't know how well that's going to show up here on camera, but looks really nice and very natural. Not only that, the hair really well done. I mean, a wash would probably give it more dimension, but you know, it just looks good as is. The expression is exceptionally stoic and very Scott Summers, so A plus on that. And yeah, beyond that, again, nothing super crazy of note, just a very nice basic Marvel Legends male buck figure. So that's aesthetics. For accessories, we get basically nothing. And yeah, that's kind of sad. All we really get here is the Colossus left leg Build-A-Figure piece, which is nice, but is going to be part of that figure. So you know, you don't really get anything for Scott himself, which is sad. I really would have liked to have seen like another set of hands or another head sculpt. Just, you know, something as basic as that, just like one other set of hands or one head sculpt, I think really would have elevated this a little bit. You know, I'm happy with the figure as it is, but I mean, I definitely would have preferred to see something a little bit extra. So that's accessories. When it comes to articulation, as I had said before, we are in a rather standard Marvel Legends male buck. However, some of parts of the newer pieces of some of the sculpt present a couple unfortunate limitations. But let's get into that right now from top to bottom. So we're on our standard ball hinge for the head, and so got some really decent look down, and can actually get a little bit of up, which is nice, because again, the hair is pliable, but it is voluminous, so I didn't think I was really going to get anything out of it, but you do, which is kind of nice. Not really any tilt, again, because not really a lot of room in that head sculpt. And then, as you can see, we don't have any butterfly joints. I think that they would have added in this case. So we're just coming up to our T-pose, actually maybe a little bit short because his delts are so ripped. And then we have our bicep swivel, and we have double jointed elbows. However, they might as well be single jointed, just because, again, how bulky these gauntlets are. They just kind of get in the way. So unfortunately, you can't really get much more than that. Then we get our hinge and swivel at the wrist, both horizontal. We get our standard ab crunch, and because of this overlay piece is very pliable, we're gonna get really nice forward, some pretty decent back. We have a swivel, which is hidden by this belt, which is also always welcome. We have absolutely splendid splits, like full on, just so awesome there. Kind of makes up for the elbows a little bit. Then we have thigh swivel, double jointed knees bringing us to about there. We have boot swivel, even though there's no boots. That, again, always a welcome addition. Then our feet, we get gorgeous point, gorgeous up, and then pivot for days. So that's Articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other Marvel Legends X-Men, with some other Hasbro, with some imports, with some monsters, finally with an Articulated Icons Oni, and yours truly in human form as an Articulated Icons Ninja. So my final thoughts on the Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse Cyclops figure is that it's a really solid figure that could have been great if not for putting in a couple of accessories, whether they're hands or a new different head sculpt or both. Again, I really love this redesign. I love this version of Scott Summers, but I'm so happy it exists, and I'm happy I have it, because again, my affinity for that era and these designs, but just that little bit extra I think would have put this over. Still absolutely worth getting, certainly if you're collecting Marvel Legends, if you, like me, like the Age of Apocalypse storyline, if you like these designs. But yeah, not the best Marvel Legend, but definitely good. So I will put down links in the description below for places that you can pick up your very own, and that's all the major online retailers like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, etc. So you'll find those down there, and absolutely on shelves. I've heard of people going in Targets and literally this is the only figure on the shelf. So this should be or on the pegs rather. So this should be a really easy one to find. So that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. And if you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. And beyond that, I will have other ways to help the channel in the description as well. So ultra thanks to you one last time for watching, and I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.